Introducing the Afro. Um, this is, so to speak, futuristic kind of concept, innovative type of thing. Some are going to be like, I'm the enemy because it's something new. And I think the only people who are going to have problems with this are like people who are colonizers of Africa and who have control. But I know that this is a great idea, and I think I'm going to share it. Uh, this. So every continent in the world has their own currency of value. U.S. has the U.S. dollar. Canada has the Canadian dollar. South America has pesos. Europe has euros. Asia has yen. What does Africa have? Nothing. We don't have any currency to exchange for value amongst Africans in Africa. Okay, we should have what I call the Afro, which would be a currency that we can use when we want to exchange on the marketplace. So I want a banana. I go to the market. I want a banana. I give you €5 or whatever, a euro for in exchange for a banana. Okay, that would be our currency that we use to exchange for value amongst, Africans, and anybody else who wants to come to Africa can use this currency to exchange for value, just like every other continent. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like some weird thing or some foreign, like, I mean, it would be new. And I know people, when it comes to new things, people like to say it's weird, it's different, it's the enemy, whatever garbage that people like to say. But um, this would be very beneficial to Africa and bringing value to the continent and all the countries in Africa if we create this currency called, like I said, the Afro. Now, this isn't, I'm not the first person who's thought about this, because there have been people prior who have thought about having like a currency in Africa, like a Marcus Garvey and um, is it Haile Selassie? I think he might have mentioned it. Dr. Umar has, I think, might have talked about something like this before. I believe so, something like that. But I just wanted to give my own little, 2 cents, in terms of, this concept called, of currency called the Afro, which could, bring value to Africa. And like I said, the only people who would have a problem with this, in my opinion, would be colonizers, because now they wouldn't have control over, as much control over Africa as they have had and stuff like that. But this would take the leaders in Africa to unionize and to develop this. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I have nothing against Europeans and y'all currencies and what y'all do. If I come to Europe, I'll use the euro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm gonna go to Europe and say we're using the Afro now. No, y'all got the euro. I'll use euros when I'm an American. When I'm in America, I use dollars. When I go to Canada, I use the Canadian dollar. When I go to Asia, I'll use yen. No problem. I go to Mexico and South America, I'll use pesos. I go to Africa, I use afros. You feel me? So I think that would be, you know what I'm saying? It'd be beneficial. It'd be, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely giving, you know what I'm saying, some futuristic, innovative kind of concept, which can be applied if people actually want to, um, you know what I'm saying, apply this and make this a reality rather than try to find something wrong with it, which I know people are going to do. You're going to, oh, well, this is going to do this. They're going to find something wrong. You know, the nitpickers and the naysayers, I know y'all out there. But just think for 1 second about just the overall concept, how this could help. And this could even be beneficial, not just to Africa, but even uh, countries outside of Africa. So um, this is just my concept. Anybody out there, I love to discuss this concept. Anybody out there who's thought provoking and listens and wants to hear perspectives. I don't want to speak to people who just are just walls in their mind and just want to be against. Okay, you can have your opinion, all that. So that's just my